Welcome back to the deep dive. We know you want the important info, fast and clear.
That's the goal.
So today, we're zeroing in on an amino acid, leucine, our mission. Really understand how leucine can, be a serious tool if you're trying to manage weight, but also, crucially, hang on to your muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. We've looked at the info and we're ready to dig in.
Let's do it. So what's the headline benefit?
Well, the big one, right off the bat, is how leucine helps you preserve muscle mass, especially, when you're dieting or cutting calories.
Okay.
The material we reviewed states it pretty clearly. Leucine is a powerful amino acid that helps preserve muscle while burning fat.
That's huge. Because everyone worries about that, right? Losing muscle when you're just trying to lose fat?
Exactly. It's a very real concern for, almost anyone trying to change their body composition.
It's that classic balancing act, isn't it? Wanting to drop fat but keep the strength. Okay, so how does it work? What's leucine doing?
So the info suggests leucine is a key player in muscle protein synthesis.
Right, building muscle.
Exactly, building and repairing. What's interesting is that leucine kind of acts like a signal. It tells your body to kick that process into gear. So even if you're eating less, having enough leucine can sort of encourage your body to keep muscle around, maybe even build it, instead of breaking it down for fuel.
That's really useful. Like it's putting up a do not disturb sign on your muscles.
Sort of, yeah. And think about low-carb diets, too. The source material specifically mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that quote. If you're following a low-carb diet, leucine ensures your body burns FAT, not muscle.
Right. Which is, exactly what people on those diets are aiming for.
Definitely. And preserving muscle. That ties into metabolism, too, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat. It just burns more calories, even when you're resting. So by helping you keep that muscle mass, leucine indirectly supports a higher resting metabolism. It's like keeping the engine idling a bit higher.
Okay, good analogy. So it's not just about looking better. It actually helps the whole fat loss process metabolically.
That's the idea, yes. It's a win-win.
So practically speaking, where do we get this stuff? The sources mention food, right?
No, and this is where it gets pretty straightforward for most people. Leucine-rich foods. Think chicken, eggs, fish.
Standard protein sources.
Exactly. Things many people aiming for fitness are probably already eating. So ensuring you get enough of those foods helps naturally.
Makes sense. But the sources also showed supplements. Pictures of them, actually, which brings up the idea of adding extra leucine. The suggestion was, for optimal fat loss, add leucine to your daily supplement stack.
Right, and this is where individual context really matters.
How so?
Well, you can get it from food, but if you're maybe in a really steep calorie deficit or training super intensely, a supplement offers a concentrated dose. It might help ensure you're hitting those sort of optimal levels needed to really maximize the benefits we've talked about, the muscle preservation, the metabolism boost.
Okay, so it's about potentially getting a more targeted, perhaps higher dose than diet alone might easily provide.
Potentially, yes. It's something to consider based on your specific situation, your diet, your training load.
Got it. So let's recap quickly. Leucine seems like a really key amino acid if you're focused on getting leaner without losing muscle.
Definitely. It actively helps muscle retention while dieting.
Boosts fat loss and metabolism, mostly by preserving that muscle tissue. And directly helps prevent the body from breaking muscle down.
Precisely. Those are the core takeaways from the material we looked at.
So the final thought here is maybe think strategically about leucine, whether it's focusing on those key foods or maybe considering a supplement.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. How could incorporating it thoughtfully fit into your health and fitness plan? That's the question to ponder.
Makes sense. And hey, for anyone curious about the supplement route, we've put some links to high-quality options down in the description.
Always good to check those out if you're interested.
Absolutely. Well, that's our deep dive on leucine. Thanks for joining us.